After hiking for 20 miles the day before, I had my best sleep on this trip. After doing all my camp chores, I left the Turnpike shelter and was on trail at 9:15. It was another beautiful, cool morning in August. I was blessed to have the cool weather up here on Laurel Ridge. I originally had this trip set for mid-July, but had to push it back. I was worried that I would have temperatures in the 90s, but I believe I barely reached 80 degrees until the last day. Today I had planned for a 14-mile day. I looked forward to a few landmark places, such as the bridge over the Pennsylvania Turnpike, hot food at a market, and a walk through a ski resort. It's always fun having something to look forward to. About a mile into my hike, I came across the Pennsylvania Turnpike Bridge, a 10 feet wide, 184 feet long structure that cost $1.3 million and opened in 2012. The bridge is used by hikers, snowmobiles, mountain bikes, and equestrians. It was an interesting sight looking down on all the cars and trucks rushing at high speeds to their destinations. I was happy just to be putting one foot in front of the other to get where I was going. Just a couple miles down the trail, I came to the halfway point of the Laurel Highlands Hiking Trail. I found a mailbox with a trail log inside. I read some of the entries and saw my new friend, who I had just met yesterday, the one who was hiking the yo-yo hike. I found out his trail name was Van Gogh, and he had come through this spot last night. He must have been flying down the trail. I wrote a little something, put the book back, and began the second half of my trek. After a series of steep ups and downs for the last couple miles, it was time to take a well-deserved rest and hydrate. I flavored my water with a lemon flavor pack that another hiker was kind enough to give to me yesterday. The water from the shelter pumps could have an iron taste to them, and the flavor made it taste much better. It was only another mile down trail, but I came across the Route 31 shelter. It was right off trail, so I took advantage of an extended rest in a shelter. My feet were really getting sore, so I elevated them and took a little rest. I stocked up on water and made my way down the trail again. I soon came across the busy Route 31 and carefully made my way across, avoiding the speeding vehicles back into the sanctuary of the woods. Dinner time was quickly approaching, and I was close to the Highlands Market at mile 28.3. A quick detour down County Line Road, and I would splurge on what civilization had to offer. I chose a meatball sandwich with a cherry Pepsi and a chocolate chip cookie. I tried to ignore the high prices and instead enjoy the bounty before me. An hour later and I was back on trail. Well, sort of. I soon came across the Seven Springs stables where the horses were having dinner of their own. The stables are part of the Seven Springs Mountain Resort. The resort offers many outdoor activities such as skiing, mountain biking, horseback riding, and a zip line, and many other activities. It also has lodging in hotels, townhouses, condos, cottages, and chalets. I was already carrying my lodging on my back, so I didn't need any of those amenities. It was cool walking among the ski slopes in the summertime. If it was winter, I would have had a nice ride up to the top, and I could just slide down to the bottom. I came across Lake Tahoe, not quite like the one in California, but I couldn't stay too long. I was already behind schedule. It was back in the woods for me. I still have a few miles to go before my shelter for the night. With the darkness falling upon me, I found a slow-running creek before the Grindle Ridge Shelter area, which would be my home for the night. Word on the trail was that the water from the shelter pump was the worst tasting water on the trail. I cameled up and carried 4 liters of water a mile to the shelter. There's nothing like water from the creek. I got into camp at dark and didn't film myself setting up camp. I got to bed at 10 o'clock.